Okay, something happened to me today that I haven't told anybody about. And it wasn't.
You're not gonna one-up my bicycle.
No, it's not. It's like completely different. And it's like, it's not really that interesting, but I wasn't gonna tell her because I was like, everybody thinks I'm a dork. And I'm gonna keep telling these dorky stories and it's not gonna help. But it's late and my inhibitions are lower. And I just feel like getting them out.
So we need to catch you more often than play.
So, what happened today was I was walking and I went into Boswell's and I saw football for really cheap. And I was like, it was fun playing soccer yesterday. I think I'm going to buy this football and chase it through the park and have like some nice moments of peaceful solitude. So I did. So I went to, Michelle saw me in the park.
Was it like chasing CJ?
No, it was going to be by myself and nice and peaceful. So I got the football and I got to the park and I was like, well, this is a little, like, I'm not going to just like stand in a field and like kick it and then run after it. So it evolved, into like me like running on the path like with it in front of me. I was like, woohoo, this is fun. And then I thought, oh, I want to go back like into those fields like over the Rainbow Bridge because I haven't been there. So I went over the Rainbow Bridge and then there were all those cows, which were not there before, standing in the field. And I was like, well, I'm not going in there because there are cows and, you know, cows are frightening. So I was sad, but I didn't want to go that way. So I just had to go back like along the path. And I was like trying to maintain control. I was like, wouldn't it be funny if I kicked it in the river? But I was avoiding this by like going on the grass, like not by the river. But then I hit a rough patch or something, and it started to roll, and I was like, no! Oh no! So the football went in the river. And at first I was like I was gonna like jump in after it. I didn't know what to do, like, because it cost. I mean, it was cheap, but it still cost a few pounds, so I wanted it, you know. So I watched it for a while, and it just floated into the middle. And the really awkward part was that this old woman was right there, and I kicked it in, but I didn't know what to do, so I was just kind of like, oh, there it goes. I thought she would say something. She didn't say anything, so I just kind of like watched it and ran away. But so I was like, well, I'm getting this back. I don't know what I'm gonna do. So I watched it float down the river. It's drifting, and I realized that it's probably gonna drift into the shore, which I'm like really excited about. So I'm like, I can get over there and get it. But then I watched, and I watched its trajectory, and I'm like, oh no, it's floating right in front of the cows. What did I do? So I like ran all the way down, like back towards like the entrance to see if there was like another bridge, so that I could like run back and not have to watch for all the cows. So soon it became apparent after I ran all the way down that there was no such bridge. So I like walked to the Rainbow Bridge, and I was like, I have to face the cows. I have to face the cows. So I went over the bridge, and all the cows looked at me, and they were standing right in front of the gate. And I was just like, I have to make it through. I have to make it through. So I was just like talking to myself, like walking by the cows, like, don't charge me, and trying to like do like a non-threatening route. And so I made it by, and I was like, oh yes, success! I made it by the cows. I'm gonna get the football. But the football was like. It was like lodged on the shore, but it was like through bushes of stinging nettle. So I had to run through bushes of stinging nettle to get there, and then and then like I couldn't even reach it. And then just as I got there, a gust of wind like blew it farther down to the point where I needed to trudge through the field to find a stick so that I could like reach in the river with the cows staring at me to get it out. And then finally I did. And I debated like kicking it back like through the cows. I'm just gonna hold it. So then I ran back through the cows safely, and then I didn't kick it by the river anymore, and that's my story.